Greetings, Autobots, and welcome back to Autobot ASMR. I've been gone for a little while, but a lot like Batman and the Dark Knight Rises, I'm back. So, we're going to hit the ground running and get started with one of my newest acquisitions from the Legacy United toy line, the Transformers Legacy United Deluxe Class Animated Bumblebee. So, we're starting off in vehicle mode, as usual. And Bumblebee here is a stylized suburban police coupe, I think it's called. Because from Transformers Animated, this is like his vehicle mode. This is a near spot on recreation of his vehicle mode from Animated. And see, he's got the racing stripe with a little red light, a little transparent red light at the top. He's actually got these little accessories here, these rocket boosters or missile pods. They're made of entirely clear plastic, which I am ambivalent towards. I wish they were like solid plastic or had a bit of paint on them, but it's not the end of the world. They're really not that important. They just kind of pop off. So we just pop that arm off to the side there. Let's just get a better look at this car. You can see here, it's a very nicely detailed car. You've got a lot of nice use of clear plastic here around like the front with the side mirrors, the windshield. Though this whole piece, I think, is cast in clear plastic, so yeah, joy. I mean, I've already said my thoughts on clear plastic for certain parts, so I'll not bore you with the details. But we come around to the back, not a lot of paint on the back. Would have liked some red tail lights here or even some back window detail. But honestly, given that it's a smaller deluxe, I don't mind all that much. And yeah, full disclosure, this guy is small. Like, very small. I mean, he fits in the palm of your hand, for crying out loud. But he's a small but sturdy little bot. You know, there's not a lot of, what would you call it, Play-Doh factor to this guy. Well, there's a bit when it comes to the arms, but everything else just feels sturdy. It feels nice and sturdy, but also loose in just the right way. So, let's get down to his transformation. So, Bumblebee's transformation, being a deluxe, is quite simple. So first what you want to do is just free up, or actually first you want to come to the back here and just unpeg this little piece from these back wheels and then bring this whole thing up, flip this end, and that will just sit here. There's a tab and a slot right here where it just sort of rests, and you're going to want to unpeg. They're in these little grooves in the wrist. Just bring them down, take the fist, flip them out like this, repeat the same process. Bring the arm down, flip out the fist, close up the panel, and then you're just going to want to bring these little pieces out. They're on these little assemblies, these hinges, and you're just going to want to bring those hinges forward to free up the arms. Let me just adjust my camera a little bit. My arms are quite sore. I've been at the gym today, so my arms are a little bit sore, but we're just going to want to take the windshield and then just disconnect right there and bring the waist down until it pegs into place. Take the waist, rotate up 180. Then I think now we'll work on the feet, so you're just going to want to split the feet like that. Come around to the backs here, and there's a little panel that you're just going to want to open. Bring out these black pieces, flip out what will be the main foot, rotate this side panel all the way around, and then close that over. And then you're just going to want to bring the foot or the heel spur and flip it out. And there you have a leg all done. So the second one, just like the first, flip the panel open, bring out the knee or the knee piece, flip down the foot, rotate the panel around, close it over, and flip out the heel. This is always the most tricky part of the whole transformation, is just getting the heel out, because sometimes it can be a bit finicky, especially when you're on camera. Yeah, there we go. So that's the lower body all done. So now what we're just going to want to do is orient the arms properly. Just make sure everything's working correctly. So bring that down. And you're just going to take this whole section here and bring it down. It's on like a double hinge. And then you're just going to bring it back and sort of, it doesn't really tab in, but it sort of locks into place. And you're just going to want to lock it in just like that. Bring the arms, bring them up the way until they sort of just sit like so. And there you go. There you have Legacy United Animated Bumblebee in his robot mode. And I have to say, they did a really good job with this one. They captured the spitting image of the show model, even down to his little stylized head sculpt. Which, talking of, bring him in here just so you guys can get a closer look. See here, he's got a nice little bit of black defining his faceplate and some beautiful silver and baby blue. And he's got the perfect expression for this brilliant little incarnation of Bumblebee. He's got a little smirk. He's even got the little horns on him. But yeah, like coming around to the back as well as the side of the figure, the car detail really carries over well. I love how this in particular makes the whole shoulder, which, well, we'll talk posability in a minute, but the detail, you have clearly this robot who turns into this car, and then the detail just carries over brilliantly. It feels like, I mean, I know it's a bit redundant to say, but they're almost one and the same in that way. You can come around, you got a little Autobot symbol on the chest with the little clear windshield part. Just everything comes together to make a really nice pint-sized, pocket-sized Bumblebee. So if you want to get this guy, whether you just want to have like another Bumblebee for your hive, or even if you're just a fan of animated, or even if you just like Transformers, I'd say definitely pick up animated or Legacy United Animated Bumblebee. This guy is quite the fun little guy. So let's talk accessories, because Bumblebee has quite a few. He has these little clear missiles, as mentioned. I think he can, yeah, he can hold them in his hands. They're in 5mm pegs, so you can just plug them into his hand. Give him like little rockets almost. I don't think that'd be too practical having an exposed thruster pointing right at you, but hey ho, Transformers logic. Maybe, I don't know, thruster fumes are good for them. So you can have Bumblebee wielding his little blasters. And while we're on the topic of that, let's discuss, or we'll do posability after the accessories. You know, a bit unorthodox, but hey, who cares? It's fun. We do things a bit differently here, just for a laugh. Introduce a little anarchy. So, Bumblebee's second accessory is quite unique because it is actually technically two. It is his stinger weapons. Now, if you've watched Transformers Animated, or if you haven't, the Autobots weren't really soldiers. They were more a repair crew. They were essentially space technicians, and their weapons were more tools. Like Optimus Prime, his weapon was an axe. Bulkhead's a wrecking ball. Prowl is a ninja though, so his weapons are ninja stars. Bumblebee though had little drills that he called his stingers. So in order to get them connected, first what you're going to want to do is just transform the hands, like flip these little bits in, rotate the hand inward, so you can bring this, or I think, yeah, just so you can bring the arm in, because it has to be pointed at a certain way for it to connect, just like how it does in the show. So just close those panels up, rotate that around so this faces in the way, and you'll see his hands can meet in the middle. And now all you need to do is just attach his stinger to either hand, and there you go. There you have Bumblebee wielding his stingers. So you can have him standing by me. I don't really know what animated Bumblebee sounds like, but I know he's got like a kind of SpongeBob like voice where he's like, any reason why we're going to be blasting Decepticons and maybe not doing, I don't know, playing video games or something like that? You know, he's got like a kind of, he's almost got like a New York accent. But yeah, I just really like the way this looks. It's so cute. He's so tiny. Just imagine this little guy waddling up like, what are you looking at, bozo? Oh, it's good to be back, folks. I missed this. I was really bad with a cold for a bit, so I didn't want to bother you guys with something like every video would just be, hey guys, oh, I'm so bummed up, oh my god guys, you know, you guys don't need to hear all that nonsense. So I figured, why not just wait for a bit, rest and recuperate, and then whenever I'm ready to hit back in the action, we'll be ready to continue our videos as usual. So, Posability, Bumblebee here is actually rocking a decent enough set of posability, but let's put him through the test. So his arms can move up that far, though the shoulder does obstruct them slightly. You can rotate the shoulder bit to get more articulation. You only have about 180 degrees at the shoulders because of the shoulder pieces, which is quite unusual. Same on the other side. Legs can kick up that far, they can kick back that far. A pretty good bend at the knee, nothing at the foot. So posability for this guy, it's below average, but given the limitations of the figure when it comes to the shoulders, I think that's kind of where the figure suffers, especially with the feet, because the way the feet are engineered, that there was just never going to be a pivot. Though, oh, hold on. No, I actually tell a lie. There is a very slight pivot, but it's pretty negligible. It's not really anything to write home about. So posability for Bumblebee, this one is definitely his weakest point, but I have a feeling if you're going to get this guy, you're really not getting him for the posability, you're just getting him to have a animated Bumblebee with a modern engineering style on him. So overall, yeah, I'd say this guy's definitely worth the money. If you can get him on sale, yeah, definitely go for it, but don't pay above the Lux price point. I'd encourage this for any other Transformer. Don't pay too much for your figures. Remember, scalpers, don't support scalpers. Support like small businesses instead. So let's get Bumblebee back into his vehicle mode to close off tonight's video. So we're just going to take the heel spurs, flip them back in. I'm going to try and narrate in the steps back for a change, just because I don't really feel like, you know, maybe you guys don't want to hear me rattle off about my stories whenever I'm transforming these guys back. So we just take these little panels here, rotate a Rooney. The way the feet transform here is super unique. It's different, but it's also similar to a lot of other Transformers. So just rotate that waist around. Oh, someone's honking their horn out there. So we're just going to take this little piece and bring it up the way. It'll sort of snap into place or rest in place. Now this is the tricky part, is you need to apply a bit of pressure just to disconnect this little waist assembly and then use it to tab these little bits in. There's these little clear tabs that will fit into the slots, which clear tabs, great. That's just amazing. It's not as bad as a Legacy Shadow Striker, though. Those things, I'm not going to transform that figure ever again. Those things are just waiting to snap. So we're just going to flip in his fists, bring this up, and then just bring that whole thing up, and this little tab will fit into a groove on the inside of the fender, like that. So repeat the same process on the other side. Open the panel, flip in the fist, rotate around, angle as necessary. Take this piece here, angle it back, tap that end, and yeah, there we have the arms all done. So to cap it all off, I'm going to take the bag, bring it all out, and you're just going to bring it in, and if you angle it right, or you can squeeze it together, and there you have Bumblebee back in his vehicle mode. Tell you what, let's put his little accessories on him just for a bit of fun. It's like he's rocket powered now. You've even got the little thrusters molded out on the back. I apologise again for my absence for the past couple of weeks. I was feeling a bit down in the dumps as regards to different video ideas, and I just didn't really know what to do. But I'm glad to say that for the foreseeable future, I'm back in action and will continue to make content that you guys enjoy, videos that you request, and look at figures that you might be interested in taking a look at for yourself. So, I don't know about you, but I think that about wraps up tonight's video. So, with all that being said, this is Orabot ASMR, signing off for the night. Autobots, transform and roll out to bed. Till all are one.